Hi everyone, I'm Vlad from Planable, and today I will be speaking about how to improve and make your marketing team more efficient. So over the past 2 years, I've been working a lot with different marketing teams, and we've been improving our own marketing team at Planable to create and get better results in all of our marketing activities, no matter the kind of collateral. Newsletters, social media, marketing campaigns, and other ideas that we've been doing. So today I will be presenting a practical guideline and outline on how to make and improve your marketing teams. I will present a workflow, multiple processes, and ideas on how to make it even more efficient. And the best part about it is that it's super, super simple, and lots of marketing teams are already doing this the same. So today, typically marketing teams are working in the following workflow. So marketing teams are creating social media campaigns or newsletters or other activities or articles, blog content, no matter the other collateral. They're typically doing this in spreadsheets, PowerPoints, or Google Docs. After they are creating this, they will share all of these documents on email. And they will also attach all of the images or media files or videos and everything else also in the email. Afterwards, they will also CC a couple of people, whether it's 3, 4, 5, or even 7, just to make it easier for everyone and make sure that everyone can see this information. Afterwards, everyone will just start expressing their ideas. They will share feedback. Someone will say that this article is great, but this point is not. And also, we should change this social media image to another one. For a social media manager, when he or she is receiving a social media campaign in email in such way, many social media managers will just get lost by the amount of information and content and ideas and feedback that they will receive. And normally, it's super easy to get lost when you have so much information out there, and it's so hard to collaborate in a way that was not created for this. It's also very, very shocking that marketing professionals creating some of the best and most innovative marketing campaigns are working in some of the worst tools that are not created for this environment. So this is not proved by me, but this is also proved by lots of data, and I've been speaking with lots of marketing teams from Los Angeles to Sydney to understand if they are also having the same workflows as I had earlier. And we can also see that 42% of content marketers point to staying organized as a top challenge. Other majority of marketing professionals said that lack of alignment and collaboration leads to weaker financial results. And also 47% of employees complain that the meeting volume is the #1 time waster at an office. All of this data can be easily downloaded in our book, planable.io/book. And the book that I recently published on marketing teams of the future is having a journey of understanding how marketing appeared itself and then how other marketing teams are working. And to understand this, we have created a workflow of how some of the best and most innovative marketing teams are working that is part of 3 simple points. These are the 3 main pillars of a marketing team: the people, processes, and tools. So I will just go through each of them into understanding how can you actually implement exactly the same thing as you do and get some better results in marketing. This is something that we started doing ourselves 2 years ago, and in just a couple of weeks, we already have seen bigger results in terms of marketing activities that we produce, articles, content, social media posts, and the results that we bring, both financially and as a product and as a company. So the first point of the people is establishing clear roles. Again, this can be done simply in a meeting. It probably can take less than 2 hours. All you have to do is just gather your marketing team into one single room and have a simple and straightforward conversation. The first part is establishing very, very clear roles. It's typically a very big problem in small and medium companies and also even in big corporates or startups. The fact that everyone is juggling from one thing to another one. One marketing manager will do newsletters, another one will do social media. Sometimes the one will do the other thing, and the other one will do something else. And it's very hard sometimes to understand what is everyone doing in a marketing team. And it's normal because there are so many marketing activities, there are so many ideas, there are so many articles, growth hacks, and things that everyone is trying to replicate. But most of the marketing teams are just getting lost. This is why I think that the first part of having a more efficient marketing team is establishing clear roles. We have created a simple framework that worked for us, and I have seen other marketing teams doing this well. And this is finding positions for 4 types of people. The first one is a marketing project manager. This is typically a head of marketing or chief marketing officer or the one that is overseeing the marketing operation. Someone that will actually say and see what do we plan to do in the next couple of months or weeks or years. What are we working on at the moment? Who is working on what? The second person is a marketing engineer. This is a person that is thinking about the marketing ideas that can be created. Or you may have heard about the term growth hacks, on understanding what are the growth hacks that we want to focus on. This is a marketing experiment on the website. This is a new website for a new initiative that we do. Or maybe this is a social media campaign that we are promoting next month in US. The third position that we've also implemented, and I'm doing this at Planable, is a growth marketer. A growth marketer is not a person that is responsible for the growth, but in our terms, it is a person that is actually implementing all of the ideas generated by the marketing engineer and overseen by the marketing project manager. This is the person that is actually creating lots of content. This is the person that is on the front line of doing the marketing results. And there is also a marketing designer. This is typically the second person or the second growth marketer, but is also a designer that is very, very helpful in creating better marketing workflow. The second one is ownership. So after you discuss all of the marketing activities and all of the clear roles that you are doing, is establishing what's the ownership for you. Typically, lots of marketing teams are working with multiple people doing the same thing. For example, 2 people can be doing newsletters each week, each month, for a period of time. Or multiple people can do social media. However, it's very hard to understand who is actually responsible for that. This is why you need to have a clear ownership. For us at Planable, we just did a Google Doc. We're just writing what are the ownership for everyone. For example, for me at Planable, this is customer support, content articles, and also special initiatives that I'm personally working on. Other person, for someone else, this is a newsletter and another special initiative. Or for someone else, this is just overseeing the marketing operations. And the third part is understanding your hybrid of skills. So especially today that marketing is changing so fast and so many ideas appear and so many social media platforms grow just by the day, it's very important to understand what are your internal skills and also what are the external skills that you need. For example, for us, when having this meeting, we personally assessed what are the internal skills that we have. For example, we are really great at content, we are really great at SEO, and we are great at design. However, we don't have the power to have many other things that we are trying to do. For example, podcast, video blog, or creating a new website for our platform. So this is why we just started looking at third-party people, at different agencies, freelancers, and other people that can be part of our team, but they can also just come into the conversation and start bringing immediate results. And this is why it's totally normal to also keep many of your marketing operations in-house, but you can also start working with many agency or freelance professionals. And there are different benefits to that. For example, when speaking with an agency, there is no need for training. They easily come up with a fresh vision. They are super time efficient. They require less hassle, and they also bring work very fast. And also, they have an access to more talent. You are not gonna, compared to having this in-house, you are not gonna have to hire someone, go through a recruiting process, look for other administrative things. You can just hire an agency and they will start working with you directly on some specific marketing collateral or some specific marketing piece that you have. But also, we are working with lots of freelancers. For example, we work with another external freelancer that is helping us on the things that we just don't have the manpower to do this. And freelancers are also, they are super efficient. They typically adapt to your brand because they are working very close to you and they don't need a lot of time to assess what you want to do. And also they are budget friendly. We are working with lots of different freelancers from video production to sound production to many other things. That's why for your team, it's very, very important to understand what are the skills needed on your marketing team and actually honestly assess what you can do and what you don't. For us, we understand that we are good at content, but we are not that good on technical skills. So we just started hiring other people. However, I know that lots of you might be working in some bootstrapped companies or companies with not so many resources to work with other external people. This is why it's super helpful to just start learning this yourselves, depending on what you do. For example, I started doing video production myself at Planable. I have limited skills and limited proficiency in terms of video production, but I have the exact same level that we can do on some marketing things, and I'm constantly trying to learn more. The second thing is processes. So in terms of processes, there are three main parts. This is alignment, transparency, and goals. In terms of planning, something that we do at Planable is establishing OKR planning. This means the objective key results. This is not the typical planning. This is a planning used by many companies, including Microsoft and Adobe, in order to understand what are the problems that we want to solve based on our objectives. And this is different compared to just having a roadmap or workflow for the next 3 months. And for our case, this is having quarterly meetings, once in 3 months, with all of our marketing team on understanding what worked and what didn't, what our marketing activities what our marketing problems that we want to fix. For example, low conversion on the website, or low visibility of main special initiatives, and then understanding how can we actually do better. This is outlining the planning not only for the whole marketing team, but for each team member in person, so that everyone has a clear guideline and clear agenda of the next 3 months of what everyone else is doing and what is the ownership of myself. Also, something else that we do is special initiatives. This is something that we are working on for 3, 6, 9, or even 12 months that brings huge results. For example, for us, this is writing a book or making a report or launching a content academy, something that we worked on a very long time. Then it's also important to easily iterate fast, because we are also making other monthly and weekly meetings in order to understand what is actually working from our planning. Some of the ideas were planned on our quarterly meeting, but then dropped in just a couple of weeks because we understood that this is not working right now, and we'll try to get back to this in 6 months. And we just marked it as dropped and then moved on to another ideas. But we kept the mindset that we need to iterate fast on any of our marketing activities. It's also important to be consistent into this. I've always been an adept of marketing teams that are trying to be consistent, because I believe that consistency is the ultimate thing that will help your marketing team succeed. Without consistency, you will not bring any results, because we might try to do lots of social media or write newsletters or create blog posts and do some SEO, but if we drop this in just a couple of weeks or a couple of months, we are not going to succeed. The second part is about transparency. It's super, super important to have a complete and transparent environment in your marketing team. For us, is that everyone has the access to exactly the same information. There is no person that will ask for the access to this design or this article or this login on WordPress or any other platform. Everyone has exactly the same access to the information, and everyone can see exactly the same thing. So no misunderstandings can happen. The third part is about the goals. For us, we are creating the goals not only weekly, but also monthly and quarterly. And we are trying to understand what are the short-term goals, what are the long-term ones, and what is the vision. And we constantly get back to these visions in order to understand what is actually working, are we sticking to these goals, and what not. For example, even myself, I have next week on Tuesday, I have a meeting of OKRs, of monthly OKRs. We will be checking of how are we, what's our progress on our OKRs, and if everything's fine and we are on track. And here are also some of the ideas of the goals that you need to understand for your team and start tracking, or some of the problems that you want to fix. For example, this might be brand awareness. This is typically important for startups to fix because they have a very low brand awareness. Lots of people still don't know them. But I'm sure that we are doing great results on what we have already as a product. This is why, for example, for brand awareness, you have a goal of brand awareness, and then you want to establish a presence and increase your reach on social. Or you want to bring more traffic, or you want to be more engaged with your audience on social media, or you want to get and help more and better customers, or you just want to recruit more talent. These are the goals that can work not only for a marketing team, but also for engineering or finance teams and other startup companies. And in terms of tools, we are great, and we are trying to encourage lots of marketing teams to use as many tools as we need. However, it's important to stay patient and understand what are the actual tools that they can use, and also if these are the ones that they actually need. And for example, this is our marketing stack. This is something that we personally use, and we really love using these platforms. Grammarly, we are using the Grammarly Pro just because we are creating lots of content, lots of articles. We are probably publishing 6 pieces a month, and also other types of articles. So all of the pieces of content are checked by Grammarly to make sure that everything's fine, that we are not messing up with the content. We are obviously using Planable for social media collaboration and stay on top with all of our marketing activities. We are also using Zoom for all of the meetings, especially that we are a distributed and remote team. We work in 2 offices, we are traveling a lot, and it's important to make sure that we are having the same connection as we do. Then there's also Figma. If you haven't heard about Figma, this is really, really great tool for designers and marketing teams that are working with lots of media assets. There is also Ahrefs, probably one of my favorite marketing platform. It helps a lot with understanding your SEO progress and also get lots of content inspiration and start researching all of your competitors. This is one in free platform for everything you need, especially when it comes to spying. There is also Dropbox Paper. I really love Dropbox Paper just because it's super visual platform. It's a beautiful platform that is helping me create content and super simple to use. Notion, we recently started implementing Notion, and I would suggest doing the following. In Notion, we keep all of our marketing minutes, like marketing activities that we do, and also OKRs. And we also keep our policies. For example, how to promote a new content article, or what's the onboarding process for new people in our company. We keep all the wikis and libraries right here in Notion. There is also Personalizely. This is the pop-up that appears on your screen when you go into Planable. We really love this product. It's also coming from Moldova, and we love to support the team. We use GetFlow, but many of you might be using Asana or many other platforms like this. And also there is Zest. Probably this is the ultimate platform that we use for content promotion. This is, especially for marketing teams, this is a really important platform that helps you simply have lots of ideas and inspiration when it comes to marketing, because this is a curated list of articles on different topics for SaaS, for marketing companies, for social media companies, for finance companies, lots and lots of knowledge that you have in here. So the ultimate part is just understanding what are the actual tools that you want to use and what is the marketing stack that you want to be using in the next part. And also understanding what are the actual processes and how is everything working for you. Because you can try to understand what works for other companies, but ultimately you need to understand what is actually working for your team. Because all the marketing teams are hybrid, all the marketing teams are different, and it's important to understand if this fits you or not. Thank you.